The weather is cold, and on a morning like this, sometimes we love a good old-fashioned breakfast. So we took a little bit of liquid gold, which is basically bacon grease, and Paul cut up some potatoes, and we made a skillet of fried potatoes. He seasoned them with a little garlic powder, a little bit of onion powder, and some paprika. While the potatoes were frying, I cut us 2 slices of bread from my sourdough loaf, and we toasted them gently. I love this bread. Oh my goodness. Doesn't it look like a hidden Mickey? We fried 2 eggs with the potatoes. Paul had a delicious cup of coffee, and I had a cup of tea. And we sat down to a warm, satisfying, cozy, economical, really delicious breakfast together. Welcome, sweet friends, to the channel Frugal Money Saver. My name is Emmy. My husband is Paul. We're so happy you have joined us today. Did you see the breakfast we had the other day? Oh my goodness, we were starting to feel better. And Paul said, let's have a good old-fashioned country-style breakfast. And it did the soul good. Now, we don't eat like that all the time. It's not heart healthy, we know. But boy, did it hit the spot, and it was so delicious. A great way to save money on our no-spend January, of course, you know I'm going to say it, is to cook at home. We are at the beginning of our no-spend, low-spend January, and so many of you are on board with us. And that just makes us so happy because we can encourage you, you can encourage us, and it's going to be a wonderful month. In today's video, we're going to show you our first small intentional food haul for the year. Now, I want to clarify something. We are on a no-spend January. That means no spending on non-essential purchases. Food is an essential purchase. I know some of you have said to us, there are such great sales on food in January. How are you going to do this? If there is a great food item on sale and it is a stock-up price, well, we're going to buy it. Food is essential. You will see in our haul today what we stocked up on when we saw these amazing January prices. When we talk about no spend, we mean non-essential. Makeup or jewelry, things that we don't need. Those are non-essential purchases. Food is essential, and if you see stock-up prices, we encourage you to continue to buy them through the month of January. If you are eating through your pantry, which I know some people are saying they are doing, we're not doing that either. We always want a supply of food in the home, and I would encourage you to do the same. Always keep food in the home. But if you are eating through your stockpile and then next month you're going to go out and pay full price for all the food you just ate, think about that. Is that going to work financially for you? So keep an eye on those loss leaders. Keep an eye on the clearance rack. Use that Flash Food app if it is in your area. Continue to stock up on those sales because food is essential. We focus a lot here on food savings, zero waste of food, keeping your pantry, refrigerator, and freezer stocked with good food. Why? Food is something we can really control. Good, healthy food at good prices if we shop clearance racks, sales, loss leader, store brands, all these wonderful, simple tips. And even if you're not doing a no-spend month, Every tip we share will help you to live below your budget. The first thing we're going to do before we hit the food store is we are going to take inventory. I'm going to inventory our refrigerator, our freezer, and our pantry so that we know what we have. We're going to mark how many we have. This way, I'm buying things that we need to stock up on. So we're going to turn the camera around now and we're going to get to our No Spend January control journal, show you some inventories, and hopefully this will encourage you. Here you go. So this is my control center for our No Spend January and actually every day of my life. This is my happy planner, and this is not a sponsored video in any way, but I have had the same cover and inserts for years, and what I do is buy the blank sheets and date them myself, so I never have to buy an actual full new planner. But let me show you what I've done for our No Spend January. The first page is just all meal ideas. And these meal ideas are things that I normally always have in the home and that I could whip up at any time. Now, I had started this a while ago and I had showed it to you, and I just keep adding to it things like a whole roast chicken with potato and vegetable. And then what I would do is the next night, maybe creamy chicken and rice, or chicken salad sandwiches, chicken pot pie, ravioli bake, barley soup, a shepherd's pie, a spinach pie, pizza and a salad. These are all things that I can make pretty much at any time, and there's 25 of them. This helps me to feel like I don't have to run anywhere for dinner. I can pick any of these and know what I am making on any given day. And then to go along with that is our freezer inventory, which we just updated now. This is the system I use. Something like fresh tomato sauce that we made over the summer. I know this is how many I have. And when I use one, I will cross it out and I will continue to do so. And it just shows me what I have, and this can all be incorporated into meal plans as well. And then I also have a pantry inventory, and I do that exactly the same way. 2 cans of pineapple, 2 cans of cream corn, a bunch of cans of regular corn, mixed vegetables, so on. When I use it, I cross it off. Now, as I was going through our pantry inventory today, I noticed I am completely out of canned tomatoes. And ShopRite now has Tutarosa tomatoes, 12 of them for $11. And you know I will stock up on that because that is essential to me. If I buy it now, it will save me money over time. So this is one section of my little control journal. Now here are my little boredom busters I put together. And I encourage you to do this. I know this sounds silly, but it's not. It will help you. Things that if I feel like, oh, Paul, you want to take a run to the Goodwill, or do you want to go to the thrift store or something like that? What I'm going to do instead is read, Bible journal, declutter something. I like to declutter, so that's not a chore for me. Get outside, walk, breathe. We do this all the time, but sometimes an extra little outside jaunt really helps to refresh. A DVD movie night, create a snack or a dessert, a special treat in the kitchen. Recopy my recipes to cards. I can sketch, color. I have adult coloring books. I could do my nails. I can look at old magazines I have, listen to inspirational videos, organize a cupboard or a drawer. I know my friends in the South are all like, what's a drawer? Yours is going to be totally different than this, I'm sure, but maybe you can get some fun ideas from this. But this is so important in our no spend journey to come back to, look at. Another page in our control journal will be our expense tracker. Now, this can be a page in your notebook. It can be anything you want. Just keep it simple. If you are printing one off the internet, make sure you search free printable expense tracker. Don't pay for one. I will link some of the pages that I've showed you down below. This has got categories for gas, groceries, recreation, which would be any time you go out and have fun, movies, bowling, dining, of course, is eating out. Personal, we think of as birthday gifts, things like that. Home, I never have enough lines for this, but this would be all your utilities, anything to do with money you spend in the home. Clothing, that's self-explanatory, and miscellaneous are those little non-essential things like Dollar Tree, thrift store, etc. that creep up. So this is another really important page to add to your control journal. So we hope that was fun for you to see. It was encouraging and motivating. Your lists are going to be different than mine. Your inventories are going to be different. But the whole idea of this is to have some place we can go back to as we're going on this low spend, no spend journey and be encouraged and motivated and avoid frivolous spending. Just so happened our beloved ShopRite had some really great loss leaders this week, and so did Stop and Shop. So we're just going to show you our very first food haul for the year 2024, and we're going to keep tally this month of how much we actually spend. So here it goes. Our very first small little haul from ShopRite, and we did end up getting a rain check for Stop and Shop, and we'll show you that in a minute. First thing we got that we needed were Tutarosa canned tomatoes. Now these are the big ones. These are the 28-ounce cans. I got 6 of the diced tomatoes and 6 of the crushed tomatoes. I do make my own tomato sauce, so this is why we buy these. 12 cans for $11. Now you had to buy 12, which I had no problem doing because we will use them. But that is less than $1 a can. And I don't know if you have looked at canned tomatoes, the large cans lately. They have gone up so much, they're about $2.50 a can. So when you see a can of tomatoes for under $1, you grab them. So this right here, these 12 cans were $11. Paul was down to 1 can of coffee. The chock full of nuts was $2.50 a can, 2 for $5. And I want to show you what Paul does. He buys the darkest roast that he can. So he got a New York roast and he got a Cuban roast. By buying these dark roasts, he can use less coffee and still get a delicious cup. So that's a great little tip there. So that was $5. We are really stocked on canned vegetables. We don't eat a lot of canned vegetables. They're just not our favorite. But we do like creamed corn to use in recipes. These were 59 cents a can on ShopRite's can sale. So we bought 6 of them. They will go into the pantry. The McCormick grinders. Now, food is great, but if it has no flavor, then nobody wants to eat it. The peppercorn medley, which we love. It's all different peppercorns and also the Italian herb seasoning. So we got 1 each of these. They were 50% off. They were $1.50 each. We got a package of chicken cutlets. They were $1.99 a pound on sale, and we are down to only 2 packages of cutlets in the freezer, so that is a wonderful price. Milk is expensive here. It was just about $4 a gallon, and we actually stopped at our Acme to pick it up because that was the cheapest in the area. ShopRite wanted $4.99 a gallon, and Acme was right on our way, so it's not like we went out of our way. All of this came to $32.39. We will mark it on our expense tracker, which I showed you earlier when we did the control journal. And these are all stock up items for us. The other stop we made was at Stop and Shop. They had whole Purdue chickens on sale for 99 cents a pound. That is such an amazing deal because those chickens last us for 3 and 4 meals, as I showed you on our meal planner. They didn't have them. I was able to get a rain check for 2 of them. So do not forget rain checks. It's a great way to save money. So as you can see, we didn't buy a lot, but we bought loss leaders that were on sale that we can use. Those whole chickens at 99 cents are an amazing deal. I can't tell you how many meals we get out of it. And then the bones go into bone broth in the crock pot. The Tutta Rosa canned tomatoes, that was less than $1 a can. So that was a great deal. So just a couple of things that we're now going to add to our inventory list. This way it keeps our pantry and our freezer list up to date. We know what we have and we can continue to meal plan efficiently and effectively, which is so important, not only during a no-spend month, but all the time. Now, I want to share something else with you. I know a lot of you didn't choose this month for a no-spend because of Christmas supplies going on sale, wrapping paper, things like that. And that's very good thinking because you're probably going to need them next year, running low. I have more than enough of that. But what I really needed was treat bags. You know, I make a lot of little treats, candies and cookies at the holiday time, and I love to share it with friends and neighbors. I was completely out of treat bags. We had gotten sick and we didn't even go out the day after Christmas. We didn't go anywhere for the last week. So I said to Paul, oh, the only thing I'm really disappointed about is treat bags. And this is why I tell you always, and myself, to stay organized. As I'm going through my bottom cabinet behind me, doing inventory, see what's in there, all the way in the back, guess what Emmy finds? This ancient package, it's open, of treat bags. No, I am not kidding. I am not making this up. Look at them. They are so cute. They have little dots on them. I can't even tell you where I got them. They have little silver wrap that you can put around the top. They say holiday by make and mold on the back. I have no idea. Honest to goodness, because this wasn't where it was supposed to be. If we had gone out after Christmas, I would have bought another package of this. It should have been up in the bins with my other holiday containers and cookie cutters. But now I am set for next year. Make sure you know what you have. Use what you have. The whole point of a frugal lifestyle is living below your budget. It's spending less than you are bringing in. And there are so many creative ways to do this. And through the month of January, we are going to be showing it time and time again. So we hope you enjoyed this video. How are you doing on your low and no spend journey? Give us your update. Tell us your wins. What have you been doing to keep busy? How is your meal planning going? Encourage us, encourage our other viewers. We have created a community here that is so kind, loving, and supportive. And we are so thankful for that. Please share that in the comments down below. I'm sorry, my voice is going again. So I am going to end this video on that note. We ask you to please give this a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Come on in and be part of our frugal family. We would love to have you. We ask you to be well. We ask you to be safe. And above all, we wish you blessings. Until our next video, may God greatly bless you.